All right, Joe DiGiacomo, you have released your first single under your artist name, Dealer Plates. Uh, Tell me about how that came together. And yeah, that's I guess how let's start there. This is your first release. You've been playing music a long time. How did this song come together?
Well, I probably wrote it 5-ish years ago. Um, Actually, a little bit less than that, but it's been a lot of figuring out how to make music, how to produce it to the point where it sounds like it wasn't made in my bedroom, even though it was made in my bedroom pretty much exclusively. Uh, yeah, it's been a very time consuming journey, but a lot of cool stuff went into it. It was a lot of fun.
And it sounds great. And I guess as far as making it in your bedroom goes, I like there's a lot of artists that do that. It's
Yeah, I
not
mean, most of the stuff that I listen to is pretty independent. So
right. Yeah. So
I'm rocking.
you said you've also got a couple on the way. You've got a couple songs ready to go.
Yeah, yep. I am hoping do to put out to the world an extended play in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
So yeah, we have that to look forward to. Dealer Plates fans out there.
And now those songs that are going to be on this EP, are those also things you've written a while back, or are they like new songs?
It's stuff that has been on the docket for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the way that this is all shook out to be is it has taken me a long time to get from point like point blank the very beginning up to having something that is like a tangible product.
Mhm.
But in that experience from getting from nothing to something, I have gotten a lot better at being able to do the preliminary work, do all of the things up front to get to a more usable thing that I can go somewhere with.
Mhm.
Because in the beginning, it was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to record. I don't even know what a DAW is. Like, and all of this stuff, I had to figure it out as I was doing all of this. So most of what I have that is like on the precipice of being released is stuff that I have recorded a while ago.
Mhm.
But I also have just been able to now, like I said, get to a point where I can get things out more quickly, so to speak. So I do have some songs that I've written within 2025, 2026 that are a lot closer than I initially anticipated they would be. Um, yeah, it's like once I got that, the song Paint was at a point where I was happy with it. That was really like kind of like the breaking point for me to now I have a blueprint to work off of. And that's made a lot of motion with all of my production and stuff. So
What was the trickiest part about the product, like learning the production aspect of it?
that's a fantastic question. Honestly, I think that the hardest thing for me was just like recording things in time
Mhm.
because there's like a delay when you're going into the computer and you got to figure out how to like manage that.
Mhm.
Uh, and yeah, it was just like that was like a huge step for me once I figured out how to record something in time that wasn't like in sync with everything else. Um, that was that was a very big step. Another very big step uh, was just like realizing how vocals work
Mhm.
because I initially was like, oh, you sing the song. And it's like, there you go, that's the song. And then you do like a harmony or something.
Mhm.
But there's so much more. The more I've like researched how like people do this, looking into guys that are like for example, Elliott Smith, great musician, has some of the best music that I've ever heard in my life, and it's like very bare bones production. But when you actually like look into how much is in those files, like it's a ton. It's so many layers and layers of the same thing over and over again, panned to different places in your mix, and it all like homogenizes into one thing. And so
Mhm.
you feel like you're hearing one thing. In reality, you just keep going, keep adding more to it, and it's layered. I've also heard like a lot of Beach Boys isolated vocals,
Mhm.
and just to hear the complexity behind it all was really like shocking.
Mhm. Yeah, their stuff is crazy. Their stuff is very good example there of layering and
Yeah,
yeah, crazy.
and there's one artist, a musical artist, who uh, Kanye West. He has said in the past that the best instrument and the most like pleasing instrument to the ear is the human voice, and I think that he's right in that specifically. I think he's right because it really is like it's the most dynamic. It's the most you can. It's the most identifiable thing, and it adds a layer of ambiance to something that can really take it from sounding like you're just strumming a guitar string into your computer into a whole soundscape, so to speak.
And you said aside from the two songs on this upcoming EP,
Mm-hmm.
said you were working on other stuff that you is coming up quicker than you anticipated. Like what do you mean by that?
Just that I've been able to get things into a more workable state
Hmm.
in a much because all I'm saying is I've written songs in the past year that I've actually got onto the computer
Hmm.
in a manner that's like not done by any means, but like something that I can go from.
Yeah.
Whereas the songs that I am currently releasing have I've been working on them for like years. So yeah.
I guess in terms of like learning from your like releases and you said about like it being a blueprint now.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you just mentioned you're finding it easier to produce these now. Um, I guess very broad question here, but I asked you what is the hardest thing about producing? What do you enjoy most about producing?
Songwriting is my favorite
Hmm.
thing in the world. My favorite thing in the world is songwriting and meeting new people. I like to meet talk to strangers, but I like the actual process of me like writing the words to something,
Hmm.
finding some kind of theme to go
Hmm.
off of. Because I usually the way that I write songs is I think of some kind of melody or some kind of lyrical like topic to cover, and then go from there on my acoustic guitar and create like a very like bare bones folk c kind of thing,
Hmm.
and then take that to the level of like, okay, now I'm gonna figure out what is the bass gonna sound like, and then what kind of lead guitar can I put onto this. Like that is my favorite part. I love that so much, having a like chord progression laid out and then laying the bass on top of that, that's like a counter melody to what I'm singing, is it's my favorite thing. This is why I'm doing this.
Now playing all these instruments, you're doing this all by yourself. How um I guess what challenges come with producing by yourself, I guess, or what it makes it easier as opposed to having like a band with you.
It's easier because I do it at 3 in the morning, and I don't have to rely on anybody because I like, we got jobs, we got stuff going on in our lives, and so being able to just hop on whenever I have the inclination to, whenever I'm available, whenever I feel some kind of like motivation or just inspiration in general,
Hmm.
that is really awesome that I can just do that.
Hmm.
However, it is very difficult to make decisions sometimes, especially as I'm like still very immature in the like whole like music production world.
Right.
Like making a decision that this actually does improve something or this actually is worse. And so I oftentimes will like send a cut of something to a family member or a friend or something and just be like, can you please tell me what it is that you're hearing from this? And
Hmm.
then you come to find that they cannot tell the difference. And it's just like, so you're being so idiosyncratic about like every little minor detail that probably won't even affect the overall motive qualities of the song.
Hmm.
But it's difficult for me to make those realizations when it's just me and
Hmm.
I'm like overthinking everything, and then coming to a point where it's like, actually, this is just good. I'm just gonna keep going. Just drilling in on that one specific thing. That's the hardest thing about being by myself with all of this for sure.
As far as paint goes, the artwork for it, where did you come up with that or get that from?
So I initially did not intend to release that by itself. So I was going to release it all boxed together as one extended play
Yeah.
of 3 or 4 songs, depending on if the fourth one was good enough or not.
Right.
Um, but I kind of imposed a self deadline of the new year,
Hmm.
and I knew that I wasn't going to be done with the other ones.
Right.
So I released that one by itself. Wanted to come up with some kind of cover for it, and I settled on that painting because the song is called Paint.
Right.
And so I did a painting.
Yeah. So you painted it.
Yeah, I painted it. Yeah.
I think it's a good painting. It's a good. It's like I don't know. I mean, like it. Obviously, it's like it conveys. I don't know. It's got depth to it.
Yeah. Well, so it was a new Christmas Eve. My family was together, and
Yeah.
my mother bought like painting stuff for everybody as
Yeah.
like a fun little family activity.
Uh-huh.
And so I did that, and it's like Christmas themed. It's a snowy cabin or whatever, but it's on fire,
Right.
which is like very punk rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah. But
Now,
I'm a musical artist, not
yeah.
a painting artist.
Now I know you're not living in the Buffalo area right now, so this isn't probably going to be relevant to most of the audience who's reading this or watching this or listening to this. But I guess in terms of live shows, are you playing? I know you used to play out. Have you been doing that at all lately?
No,
Would you
not
like
at
to?
all. I would like to. Right now, it would be kind of difficult, I think,
Mhm.
but that's definitely something that I would like to do at some point in the not so distant future.
Mhm.
Like I said, though, my real like main passion is the songwriting
Right.
of of all of this. Uh, if I could write music for other people, I would love to do that.
I was just going
That's
to ask that.
that's
Yeah.
that's my favorite thing, dude. My
Mhm.
favorite thing.
All right. Well, is there anything I haven't asked that you'd like to add?
Josh Allen's the greatest quarterback in the NFL. Thanks, you fellas.
Thank you for doing this. Oh, I hate asking this question because I feel like I am becoming stale by asking this question. And I told this to a band I interviewed like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Uh, but I like asking this question. So I'm gonna ask. Dealer plates, where'd you get come up with that?
um, there's a band that I really like called Sincere Engineer,
Okay, yeah.
and it's something about that name.
Hmm.
Uh, I just was trying to come up with a like an artist name, um, and I really liked theirs.
Hmm.
And I also really liked the band Modern Baseball.
Right,
Um, and then I'm like looking at all of these like bands of like the scene that I'm into, and they're all like just a thing.
right.
And so I don't know, just Dealer Plates just sounded like something that was it sounded like a cool indie band. I don't know. The I like cars, so
It's a good name.
thank you. I
Yeah.
think it's pretty.
I think most band names for like Buffalo artists are fantastic. And that's why I continue to ask it because I'm always interested because there's so many like good names and including like yeah. Um yeah. So that's all I got for you unless you have anything else.
No, I'd love to know where Johnny and the Man Kids got their name.
I haven't interviewed I've interviewed members of that band for other bands. I have not interviewed them, so I should reach out to them and interview them and talk to them about that because that is also a
Okay.
great band.
Yeah, that's a great band.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
And yeah.
Listen to Dealer Plates. Listen to Tape Decks. Good Buffalo music groups.